Sonny Donnelly, IFL TV in association with MGM Marbella. I'm here at Tower Hill today to have a little catch up with Aaron McLEISH. For those of you that don't know Aaron, you might have spotted him in some of Prince Patel's videos, the half man, half machine. This is the man that was training the machine up until quite recently. Aaron, firstly tell me a little bit about yourself, obviously introduce you to the IFL viewers because I don't think we really caught up with you much. Go for it.
I've trained Prince Patel for the past 5 years, and up until his most recent fights, his last 2 professional fights.
So what happened with the sort of breakup? Obviously it's happened quite recently.
I had like a really good opportunity to move up north and train fighters out at Oldham Boxing Personal Development, and Patel never really fancied the move from London. So.
How comes? Did he ever give you any specific reason, or?
I think he's just a London boy, and he's just really at home with London or whatnot. So he just really didn't really fancy the move. So.
Obviously, people only see snippets of the Prince's life, maybe about half hours of clip on IFL, and that's all that people have seen. But unless you've met him, what was it like being with him day in, day out? Because honestly, I've got to respect you because I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster, definitely, to say the least. Up and downs, but I know we worked really hard to get him where he is today, and obviously he's looking for a new coach at the moment. Hopefully he finds the right personnel to take him through to the next stage of his career. I'm just sort of gutted that we never really got the chance to show the brilliant stuff which we was doing in the gym in a professional ring. So.
Do you think his whole persona that he had sort of dragged down his boxing ability?
I wouldn't say he dragged down his boxing ability, but he sort of put the spotlight on him, and the way he's talked himself into all these fights now, he really has to take the fights and really has to perform. So I think Charlie Edwards is fighting Louis Norman in September.
Yeah.
Charlie Edwards said if he takes the title off Louis, then he's going to make a beeline for Patel. So Patel hasn't really got any reason at all to turn that down. It's for the English. And
obviously when Charlie Edwards fought Brett Fido, he won on a sort of clear points decision, and then when Prince fought him, he only beat him by 1 point. Was you in the corner for that fight?
Yeah, that was the last corner that I've done for Prince Patel.
What sort of went wrong in that fight that he didn't win it clearly? And obviously the music walking out made a difference to him.
The music, I think the build-up really, he was singing on different hymn sheets, and what we was working on over the past few months, he didn't demonstrate none of that in the ring. So once we was coming down as well, when he kicked off, when his theme music never came on, and it was a CD which he actually gave them to play. Yeah. When he kicked off, it sort of rocked the morale.
It's a bit like you don't need it.
A bit childish. I mean, a professional is a professional.
I've been to obviously a lot of boxing shows with iFilm, and it happens. It does happen. But boxers take on a chin. It's about being professional. They're professional sportsmen. And
where he sort of panicked and he went nuts, basically, he sort of rubbed off on everyone. It's like if you're in the trenches and you're with troops and you're under attack and someone starts to panic, that panic will probably rub off to the next person that they're standing next to. So it was just the last thing which was needed, and we worked really, really hard in that camp as well. So it's just the last thing that we needed in regards to being able to produce the performance which we needed.
Do you think if that big first IFL interview was done differently, then that everything would be different right now?
The iFilm interview gave him a massive platform, and I don't know if it'll be different now, because we are what we are. So it was just him waiting to come out of himself. So.
Yeah. Well, has he always been like this for like the last 5 years, or could you see a gradual change in him as he turned pro, or was it exactly the same in the amateurs?
The kid's crazy. He needs boxing. Boxing's good for him. Boxing keeps him about himself, type thing. I don't know, he's just a natural entertainer. Love the kid, spent a lot of time with him, spent the last 5 years guiding his career path and all that type of stuff, so not got really a bad word to say about him, but wish him well. I hope he finds the right trainer to take on the next stage of his career or whatnot, but
just didn't work out for you two.
Yeah.
That's the thing, that obviously I speak to Repton, obviously being such a big club and you coming from there, I speak to a lot of people and they say, oh, Aaron's such a lovely geezer, like they would not put these two together after watching the interviews, and like you said to me, you
exactly.
What having to rein him in 24/7, didn't that put a little bit of stress on your life?
A lot of stress on my life, and we were banned from like a lot of gyms as well, and it was so hard to get sparring, and it's really hard to get sparring for guys at that weight in the first place.
Yeah.
So due to all the animosity and all the bad feeling which certain behavioural traits created, it's really hard to get sparring and stuff. So hopefully he finds the right person who's able to sort of get that under control and just able to move forward.
What sort of reasons was he getting banned from gyms for? Because I've never really heard of that, especially like, getting banned from multiple gyms.
Going down and sparring and maybe kicking off in sparring, or he's a real live wire, a real fiery character.
Did the wrong theme tune come on when he was walking out to sparring?
Yeah, some.
No, I can imagine.
But when we was up north a few months ago, we was sparring at the Oldham boxing, and we met this really talented kid up there, Will Corley, and he had Patel out cold he was out cold on his feet for a few rounds or whatnot. So I think Will's on the England or the GB development squad at the moment, and he's more suited for the pro, so I can imagine him turning pro next year.
Are you going to work with him a bit more?
Yeah, I'll be working with him and his team, Eric Noy, the strength coach, Tommy Moo. So yeah, it's really,
so he's on to better things.
Yeah, on to better things.
Has he got a better, what do I say?
Temperament?
Yeah, temperament.
Yeah, we'll work with that. Yeah, much better temperament. And I've never really seen a kid like this in my life. The stuff he does in the ring, it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Like, real classy kid. So once he's more suited to the pros, but I think he's doing the England GB thing. If that doesn't work out for him, he's going to turn over next year when he's old enough. So he'll be the same weight as Patel. He's had him out on his feet and sparring, so that'll be interesting as well. So the flyweight division is really on the up.
So obviously, like you said, you boxed at Repton. Is that where you met Patel?
Yeah, met Patel there, 2008, 2009, started training in 2010. So,
5 years. Honestly, I'm so impressed that you lasted 5 years.
5 years from scratch, we've done it all ourselves.
Like, you got Prince Nazim when he was fighting, he had it, he didn't, like, you knew about him, but it took him a while to like, sort of get into it. Prince Patel's come straight out the woodwork and bosh, he's there.
It's the MTV generation, isn't it? It's the short attention span, snap.
Yeah.
As well as his first two fights, there wasn't like televised and stuff, so it's not even to say people's actually had a chance to see his boxing skill, and the kid can really fight. I know we can talk, but he can really fight.
He can back it up, that's what's more important. He's on his journey, he's got a long way to go, a lot of good things, so he'll have a lot of learning to do, so I'll just wish him well. I'm on my journey. I'll be working up north with the Oldham boxing personal development, and Eric Knight, Tommy Moo, Will Corley, and we'll keep moving forward, and we'll probably meet Patel in the future. So. Well, thanks for talking to iFilm, and I hope it all works out for you in Oldham. Obviously, moving away from what you know is obviously difficult for anyone, but sounds like you've got a good fighter in Will Corley, and maybe a name for the future. Maybe he could meet Patel in the future.
Amazing, but Eric Noy's done all the work with him, like I've said. But I'm grateful and lucky to be joining their team. So.
All right. Well, I'll probably see you at some shows anyway, because I know you're always about.
See you about.
Aaron, thanks for talking to iFilm. Best of luck in Oldham. Cheers, mate.